Appreciate you, Gary. Man, everybody good?
Yes, sir.
Y'all, I know y'all ready to go home. What is 7th period?
Yeah.
7th period. Yeah, man. So I understand. I really won't be long, man. I really appreciate the opportunity to be here. As I said, I am Coach Lawrence. I am really a coach. A lot of people think that that's just, that's my name, but I do coach. This is actually my last year coaching football. Coached football for 18 years. Actually finished up right over at Brookwood Highschool this last year. That's where I've been for a long, extended period of time. Grew up here in Atlanta, in Decatur, Georgia. Y'all know where Decatur is? Anybody know where Decatur is? All right, so that's where I grew up. Played football, ran track, had the opportunity to go play in college, and then came out and became an entrepreneur right away. Didn't get the opportunity to go professional in football, but I knew I was going professional in something. And so I began to become an entrepreneur and had a lot of valleys, peaks and valleys in my life. A whole lot. I have 3 kids. I have a daughter. She is 21. She's a junior at Florida A&M University. I have a son. He goes to Brookwood High School. And then I have a baby boy. And then I have a lot of other sons and daughters that have been a part of my life as I've been a journey as a coach and just as a person. I've always worked with high school and college students. And that's what I get to do for a living now. Have an opportunity to be here before y'all. This is what I've been blessed to do. This is really what I was born to do. And I wasted a lot of time doing a whole lot of other things. And man, this is the happiest I've been, being able to do this. And so I just want to thank y'all for just giving me this little bit of time that I have, and hope that something that I say to y'all will really not just be motivational. Like, I don't really like to be called a motivational speaker, because what I understand is that motivation is like an emotion. Y'all understand what I'm saying? Like, motivation is an emotion it'll last for a moment and then it's gone. And what I really like to do, I consider myself like a chef. I want to give you some meat to chew on that you can digest and that it'll help you grow. All right. So if you could turn on your mature ears real fast, turn on your mature ears, not your immature ears. But I want you to turn on your mature ears real quick, because as I was really thinking about what I was going to talk to y'all about, really one of the things that really sparked in my head was the word competition. All right, the word competition was the word that really sparked in my head. And what I thought about was, a lot of times when we do hear that word, one of the first things that our minds go to is the athletic realm. Would y'all agree? When somebody talks about competition, you think about athletics, you're thinking about a game, you think about somebody's gonna win and somebody's gonna lose. That's really what we think about. And really what I had to remind myself of, and what I want us to understand today, is that competition is a part of all of our lives. And it's a part of every area of our lives. Literally, there is literally nowhere we will go where competition not gonna play a part. There's no way, whether the competition is intentional or unintentional, whether it's for serious competition or whether you call play, right? Whether you want to understand it or believe it or not, competition gonna happen. And I'll paint this picture for y'all this way. Everybody in this room is a high school student, and your desire and goal is to graduate from this place, right? Or some high school. That's everybody's desire, right? I hope so. Anybody planning on staying? Do anybody want to stay? I know some folks that like to be here, but I hope your goal is to graduate. And then as you approach graduation, your hope is to create a plan that you're gonna execute. Whether it's to go to college, 2-year, junior, barber school, beautician, whether it's to go to the military, whether it's to go into the workforce, whether it's to become an entrepreneur, whatever it is that you want to do, you're gonna create that plan and you're gonna want to execute. That's what you're gonna do. And so let's just take the road of going to college. The road of going to college. If that's your decision, you say, hey, I want to go to college. Here's what you're gonna have to do. You're gonna have to apply. You got to turn in a transcript. You got to fill out all these forms and hopes that you get admitted. And the reality is that every school, no matter what the school is, no matter what type of school it is, they got limited spots. They got limited. Everybody don't get in that apply. So some people, they get an acceptance letter, and then some people get a letter that they've been declined. So let's just say you get blessed, you get the opportunity to get to the school that you want. So now you spend the next 2, 4, 5, 6 years, however long it takes you to finish, and then you reach graduation. And then you reach the next level of competition, which is, now I want to use my degree, I want to use this certification to begin working in the field in which I studied for. And so now you're competing with people all over the world, all over this nation, to get positions. People turn in resumes. People turning in reference letters, and so they're competing for one spot. And then let's just say you get blessed to get your position. You begin your career. And now you're in a new level of competition. See, both of these gentlemen can tell you, you're in a competition to not only keep your job, but to advance in it. Because the reality is every single year, somebody is graduating, somebody is working their butt off because they want your spot. Because they want to do what you do. Because they want to have what you have. And so the reality being, we can't escape competition. It's going to literally be everywhere. Even if you had your own business, you're going to be competing to keep your business and to grow your business. Because they're going to be competitors. And so what I want us to know is that all of those areas are important. All those areas of competition are important. It's important that you understand that you're competing while you're in this building every single day. You're not just competing with the people in this building. You're competing with the people in the county that's in your grade, across this world, across this nation. Y'all competing. But what I want y'all to know today is that there's an area of competition that we miss a whole lot. An area of competition that we'll just step over, that we'll look at every single day, and we'll be like, man, that really ain't nothing. Because we be focused on the wrong things. We get focused on the wrong things. And what I believe the real competition, what I believe the most important competition that we're going to ever face is a competition amongst ourselves. The competition of the person that you look at in the mirror every single day. Because if you can't conquer that competition, you'll never have a chance at the other competitions. You have zero chance at the other competitions if you don't conquer the competition of the person you look at when you wake up in the morning. And see, when you're able to grasp that, your goal, your number one goal every day that you wake up should be, I'm going to outwork the person I was yesterday. That's going to be your mission and your goal when you take yourself serious. When you decide this is the most important person that I'm going to compete against. Your goal is going to be, I got to outwork that person yesterday. I ain't got to outwork the person who my mama think I should be. I'm not going to outwork who my teachers believe I should be. I'm going to outwork who I say I want to be. And I'm going to tell you how it happens. I'm going to make it real simple. It's not rocket science how this happens. And it happens through what I call true and honest self-reflection. That's how it happens. True, honest self-reflection. And y'all, I'm not talking about the surface self-reflection, right? Surface self-reflection looks like this. You have an opportunity to sit with yourself every single day, and you have a moment to yourself. You just say, man, well, how did my day go today? How did things go today? Right? That's surface self-reflection. The type of honest self-reflection that I'm talking about is asking yourself questions like, what do I need to be better at today? Questions like, what is it that I failed at yesterday? What did I fail at? Not what did I do good yesterday? What did I fail at yesterday? Questions like, what is it that I need to conquer today that I missed last week? See, we don't like to talk about conquering that. We don't like to talk about our failures. We don't like to talk about the mistakes that we made. But see, when you're looking at it through the lens of, I need to outwork who I was yesterday and last week, you ain't afraid of the failure. You ain't afraid of the mistakes. You understand that those things are opportunities. And I'll be honest, the real reason why we're not comfortable with true self-reflection, the reason why we're not really comfortable having those type of honest conversations with ourselves is because I believe that we spend a lot of time focusing on other people. We spend a lot of our time comparing ourselves to other people. We spend a whole lot of time looking at the success and the accomplishments that somebody else have, and we're comparing it to everything that's going wrong in our life and the deficiencies that we might have. And I was actually talking with my daughter not too long ago, and we were kind of talking about this, and I was like, man, you know, the most common place that we do this, and everybody know it, is social media. It's the most common place we do it. There ain't a person that's sitting in this room right now that hasn't gone on social media and saw somebody somewhere, saw somebody taking a trip, saw somebody doing something, saw somebody with somebody, saw somebody have something, and we didn't say, man, I wish that was me. Man, I wish I had that. Man, why that can't be me? Why I can't have him? Why I can't have her? Why I can't have that? And we'll spend that moment and waste that time looking at their success, looking at their accomplishments, looking at the things that they have, and missing a moment to outwork who we were just a moment ago. to outwork the person that we've been with the whole day. Because I want to spend all this idle time looking at what other people are doing and allow it to affect what I believe and think about myself. And we got to find the space and time and opportunity to be able to self-reflect on ourselves and to be able to get the focus on the competition just on ourselves and get locked in on who we are. Because see, I'm going to give y'all some real reality. Because see, when we go on social media, we get what you call snapshots. We getting highlight. They call them reels for a reason. It's somebody's highlight reel. It ain't their real life. It ain't what they really got. Like, we see the success. Yeah, I see the success that they got going on. But see, I ain't see the work that they put in to get that. I see the accomplishment that you got, big dog, but I don't know the failures that you went through to get that accomplishment. But see, while I'm looking at what you got going on, I'm missing the opportunity to self-reflect on me and say, hey, what did I fail at last week that's going to help me get the accomplishment that I want today? Figuring out the opportunity to solely lock in on who you are, what you want, and how you're going to compete against yourself. Because I'm going to tell you, when you solely lock in on that competition, when you're able to have what you call tunnel vision and not allow what everybody else got going on, man, I promise you, you'll be able to go on social media, see everybody's accomplishments, be able to see their success, and be able to celebrate them. And not wish it was you. Because you understand you're on a whole nother journey. When you get locked in on the competition between you and yourself, you get the opportunity to celebrate them and then say, you know what? Look myself in the mirror. We got work to do. Congratulations to you. I love it. I celebrate you. But I got work that I got to go do. Because I understand that the best competition and the most important competition that I got right now, it ain't you, it's me. When you get locked in on that competition, dog, I promise you, your mind gonna be different, your mindset gonna be different, your drive gonna be different, your actions gonna be different, your circle gonna be different, and guaranteed the way you respond to your failure is gonna be different. Because here's something that'll end up happening. I guarantee you it's gonna happen. People gonna see you fail. They gonna know about your failures. They gonna know about your mistakes. They gonna know about all the stuff you done wrong. They gonna know about all the trouble that you done been in. And then they gonna see you and be like, man, why they didn't break him? How they didn't break her? Why she ain't going crazy? Why she not losing her mind? Man, he done experienced all that failure with his family. He done went through all that stuff with his family. He done went through all that stuff with himself. He done failed. He done made mistakes. And it didn't break him. He ain't out here trying to harm himself. He ain't out here trying to go crazy. No. See, what they ain't going to understand is that you done been so locked in on yourself. So locked in on yourself that you see them failures. You see all the mistakes just as opportunity. That's it. Because you understand that because I'm only in competition with me, if I am blessed to see another moment, if I'm blessed to see another day, I get to the opportunity to outwork them failures. To outwork the mistakes that I made. So that failure, that mistake that you see that you thought was going to break me, dog, it was just an opportunity for me. It was just an opportunity for me to grow and be better. People talk about I'm different. They had a song talking about I'm different. Man, that's how you be different. You don't allow the failures and mistakes and who everybody think that you are and believe you are to determine and define who you're going to be and what action you're going to take next. And here's what my hope is that we get the opportunity to get so far away from comparing ourselves to everybody else that we get so locked in and in tune with the competition between us and us that we totally and completely reach the maximum potential of who we were born to be. The only reason why you will come back through these halls tomorrow and be the same version of yourself today is because you will never allow yourself to see yourself in the best light. You'll never allow yourself to see the best version of yourself because you're only looking through the lens of what everybody else sees, and you're only looking through the lens of what you think you want to be based on what you see somebody else doing, not based on what you want for yourself. So if you want people to stop seeing you in a certain light, if you want to start seeing change in your life, if you want to start making different decisions, if you want to start seeing things in your life change, start having that true, honest self-reflection. Stop going and looking at everybody else's life and comparing it to yours. Get locked in on your competition. Get locked in on who you are and what you want to be. And I guarantee you, I promise you, this world gonna see a version of you that they probably ain't ready for. And see, some of y'all don't even understand the greatness that you have within you yet because you waiting on somebody else to tell you when you got to remind yourself every day. Let me tell you right now, my 3 kids right now, and me and my wife, we have what is called a routine in my house. Everybody got their own routine, and our routine is based off our goals. We got our goals listed, and then we got our routine. The routine matches the goals. And I'm telling you right now, if you don't have goals and you don't have a routine to match it, them goals just dreams. You ain't going nowhere. And the very last thing on my kids' list, on my daughter who's in college, she is held accountable for it. The very last thing on everybody's list, before they leave the house, you got to go in the mirror, in the bathroom, close your door, and you got to go tell yourself what you believe about yourself that day. Before my son leave the house at 6:20 every morning, before he walk out the house, that's the last thing he do. He reminds himself of who he is and who he want to be. So then when he walk through them halls, and somebody look at him because he got dreads, and somebody look at him because he tall and slim, and he look like he ain't about nothing, he ain't worried about their opinions and their thoughts about who he is and what they believe. His only thought and his only drive is, what did I remind myself of today? Who did I tell myself I am today? And some of y'all owe y'all self an apology. Some of y'all owe y'all self a little bit better, because your actions have been reflecting what you believe other people think about you. And you've been making them right. You've been making them right. And it's time for some of y'all to make a lie out of them. Make a lie out of your teacher. Make a lie out of this world. Who say because of where you come from and what you look like, or what your family history look like, that you're supposed to be a certain way. Man, make a lie out of them. Go be special, man. And the way you do it is you get locked in on the competition of the person that you look at every single day. Not who this world see, but who you see. And the day that you start believing it is the day everything gonna change. I guarantee you. Everything ain't gonna be perfect. Things still gonna go wrong in your life. I can guarantee that. Ain't gonna be no perfect life. But see, when you wake up every day with the intent that I'm going to outwork me, when you experience the failure, when you experience the mistakes, when you experience the hardship, you approach them different because you see it as an opportunity and not as a defining moment of who you are. So y'all, as y'all get ready to leave these doors, as y'all get ready to go home, here's my real hope. That whoever y'all walked in here as, whatever mindset that you had when you walked in here, when you sat down here, because you didn't know what was about to happen. You didn't know who was finna come talk to you. You didn't know what the person was going to talk about. You didn't really know what was going to happen. But see, now that you do, life holds us accountable for the information we know. And life going to hold you accountable for what you just heard. And so my hope is that y'all walk out of here and you ain't even got to wait for tomorrow. You finna be blessed to have more breath in your body to walk out this door, and you can have an honest conversation with yourself and say, who is it? Who do I want to be? And whoever I was before I walked in here today, before I walked in here this 7th period, I'm finna outwork them. I'm actually gonna be better than that person. I might have found myself in this position today for some irresponsible decision that I made, but I'm finna correct it. I'm finna make it right. I'm about to outwork it. I'm about to be better. I'm going to show up here on Friday a whole nother human being. And they may not even recognize me. But it's all good because this is who I want to be. That's my hope for y'all. It should be your hope for yourself. It should be the desire that you have for yourself. There ain't a person in this building that can orchestrate and that can determine who you are and what you become and what your destiny look like. Your parents can't determine it. Whoever the next president is, she can't determine it. Whoever the superintendent of this school system is, they can't determine it. Whether or not you get into your ideal college, whether or not you get into your ideal field or not, none of it determines it. You get to determine. So yeah, I hope that anything that I said today, I really hope that it is not just motivation for you, but that you're able to chew on this, that you're able to hear what I said, that you're able to digest it. You understand, when you digest your food, when it nourishes you properly, you get to grow properly. Your body operates the right way. So my hope is that you're able to digest on this, and it allows your mind, your heart, and your spirit to operate the way that it should. And I will tell y'all this, y'all can follow me if y'all on social media. I am on social media on Instagram, TikTok, all of them. It's the number one, and it's Coach Lawrence. And so, man, we do stuff. I speak almost every day, but I do motivational stuff every day on there. We do motivational stuff, and you can go on there and get you some love. So, man, I invite y'all to follow me on there. I'll follow back and support what you're doing. And students, wherever I go, man, I get students to ask me questions. You can hit me in the DM, in the inbox. If you have any questions, man, you just need a spark of hope, man, just holler at me, all right? All right? Y'all good? All right, man, I appreciate y'all, man. Thank y'all so much, all right?